I promise you, if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you never give up and you do not listen to the rejection, you can achieve anything that life throws your way.
When you are struggling and you start thinking about giving up, I want you to remember the power of hope. The belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it. If we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream.
And if you are at home and you're sitting on your couch and you are watching this right now, all I have to say is that this is hard work. I've worked hard for a long time, and it's not about, it's not about winning, but what it's about is not giving up. If you have a dream, fight for it. There's a discipline for passion, and it's not about how many times you get rejected but you fall down or you're beaten up. It's about how many times you stand up and are brave and you keep on going. Thank you. This is hard work. I've worked hard for a long time. If you have a dream, fight for it. There's a discipline for passion, and it's not about how many times you get rejected but you fall down or you're beaten up. It's about how many times you stand up and are brave and you keep on going. Thank you.
It's the people who put in the extra work. I put in a lot of extra work, and it gets tiring. It's not the easiest thing all the time, but I always notice that even within my own industry, the ones who work harder, the ones who stay later, the ones who just are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done are the ones who wind up going far.
No matter what people perceive of me, I always shine through at the end of the day. So I've had a lot of people try to tear me down, but I'm here. And I've always been myself, and I've always wanted that, and I've been graceful, and I've tried to handle myself with as much class, and it's only because I know how hard I work, and I'm not gonna let any of that get to me.
One thing I will say is you have to work hard. I mean, I worked in retail, and I worked any job, getting people coffee, steaming clothes, unboxing everything. There might be an illusion that you can have a whole business online and it could be really easy just to jump into, and that's not the case. People do have to understand that you have to put hard work into it, because there's that internet, and you can set your own time and your own schedule of when you want to work. That can leave room for laziness.
I work.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really it?
If you listen to people, and if you allow people to project their fears onto you, you won't live. What if I believed those people who told me that when I became pregnant in college that I wouldn't finish? I walked across that stage with my son on my hip, and I collected my degree. I didn't hear the naysayers when they were like, you're too old to go to California. If you don't hit by 25, you're not gonna make it. I will be 46 this year. I am just touching the surface.
At the end of the day, if you can be lucky enough to be raised by a strong woman and convince a strong woman to marry you, you will realize that we are nothing without the strength of women.
I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
Always remember one thing. On the road to success, there is always we, not me. Do not think that you alone can achieve things. No. There is always another person who is standing behind you, maybe not coming on the forefront, but behind you, praying for you and supporting you. Never lose that person. Never. Always remember one thing. On the road to success, there is always we, not me. Do not think that you alone can achieve things. No. There is always another person who is standing behind you, maybe not coming on the forefront, but behind you, praying for you and supporting you. Never lose that person. Never. You work hard, you make money, you do it for yourself. That's not life. You go out, you seek for people who need your help, you make their lives better. You become that sponge which can absorb all the negativity, and you become that person who can emit beautiful, positive vibes. And when you realize that you have changed someone's life, and because of you, this person didn't give up, that is the day when you live.
Every woman has a right not only to independence and security, but to live her life to the full and to express herself to the full.
I really hate when people say, "You're so lucky." Like, no, I work really hard and refuse to give up despite all the shit that life throws at me.
When you're told you're not good enough, you tell them, not only am I good enough, I'm more than enough. And when they say you're not beautiful, you tell them that you are the descendant of royalty. And you are a queen.
If you stay in bed, if you stay on the couch, if you stay in your comfort zone, if you only do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, if you get up, if you grind, if you are relentless, if you work as hard as possible, when other people are slacking off, your life will be easy.
Hello to all my beautiful queens out there. This is Miss Sand coming at you with another great, powerful message today. In life, we must teach ourselves to go hard on anything that we want to do, our dreams, any task, any goal, anything that we do in life, we have to go hard. We never want to take the easy way out. It's not a good way to go. It doesn't last, and it's just not good. So when you go hard, what you do is you teach your brain that is capable of the unlimited, things that you never thought you would accomplish. And it just sets you feel so good after you're done because you knew that you worked hard to get to where you want to be or what you wanted to do for yourself. You never, ever want to just flop and take the easy way out. So please, my queens, we're going to go hard on these dreams. We're going to go hard on these goals. We're going to go hard in life because that's what it takes. I love you guys. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, a beautiful week. I love you. Let's pass this on. I believe in you. I know that you can do it. We all can. We're all capable of doing it. Go hard. I love you guys. Miss Ann loves you. Bye-bye. I'm out. Bye-bye.
I'm going to be real with you. Your family's not going to understand it. The people in your hometown aren't going to support you. And no one's going to believe in you until you have something to show for it. That's just how it is. So when you start, do it for yourself.
People tell me all the time, it's hard to get wealthy. It's hard to grind. It's hard to be focused. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to stay broke. It's hard to stay depressed. It's hard to stay governed by anxiety. It's hard not to believe in yourself. It's hard to be broke. It's hard to be poor. It's hard. It's all hard. So choose your heart. You either go work for it, you're gonna sit there and let life knock you down and dare you to get back up.
Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine. Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth the price of whatever it costs for you to be here today. Here it is. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine. Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth the price of whatever it costs for you to be here today. Here it is. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive.
And as for me, lately I've been focusing less on doing what they say I can't do and more on doing whatever the hell I want. And as for me, lately I've been focusing less on doing what they say I can't do and more on doing whatever the hell I want.
Working hard is good. It is in fact biblical, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake at the expense of relationship with others.
Hard work works. Working really hard is what
never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know.
Either you work hard for it, or you don't work hard for it. Well, me and my brother, we work hard for our stuff. It don't come easy. In life, you have to work. Either you want to be the shark of the ocean, or the fish of the ocean. And right now, we want to be the shark. Take over everything. Strength, no weakness. Power, the muscle. Have to have that mindset. So you're gonna come in here and dominate. When you say, oh, something wrong. No. Don't put yourself down. Motivate yourself. Keep yourself up, pumped, and ready for any challenge.
Having a social media presence and being on a reality show does not mean overnight success. You have to really work hard to get there, even if it might seem like it's easy and that you can build a really successful business off of social media, and you can if you put in a lot of hard work. It wasn't a blanket statement towards women or to feel like I don't respect the work or think that they don't work hard. I know that they do.
Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it, but because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. Everybody wants to be a beast till it's time to do a beast. Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it, but because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. Everybody wants to be a beast till it's time to do a beast.
Consistency. You gotta really put that. You don't gotta even work as hard as people think. You gotta just put that work in. You gotta do something. It can't be no days when you sleep all day. It can't be no days. You can't let nobody. If you a female, you can't let a dude stress you out. You can't have a female stressing you out. You gotta understand that you gotta invest that time into your life. And right now, it don't really matter. The future is what really matters.
You know, when you start working, you better be the most hardworking, nicest person in the room, because if you're not, then there's always going to be someone prettier, nicer, and more hardworking. It's always a first impression, and I think that that's the thing I mostly just try and remember, is that you have to give your energy for that time, because it's the time that counts, and that's how the person's going to remember you.
Hey, Mom. I told you, Mom. I told you I was going to make it. I did what everyone said I couldn't do. Hey, Mom. I told you, Mom. I told you I was gonna make it. I did what everyone said I couldn't do.
He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. If you would have known me at age 25, you would have said, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. If you'd have known me, you'd have said that. I'm the guy, I don't mind coming a little bit early, staying a little bit late, I don't mind that. You'd have said, well, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. You say, well, how come he's got pennies in his pocket and nothing in the bank and behind on his promises? Well, I was a hard worker, but I was working hard on my job, not on myself. I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, latest tomorrow, give you tonight to think it over. And start this whole process of personal development, work on yourself, make yourself more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, you can so dynamically change your income, and economics is the least of the values that you can start earning in terms of equity if you'll start working harder on yourself than you do on your job.
My business philosophy is that you just have to work harder than everybody else. I think we all think we're working hard all the time. But I always tell my kids, they were like, yeah, we know you work hard. I'm like, no, it's not just I work hard. It's that I put in harder work than everybody else. I work harder and harder and harder and harder. And when everybody's sleeping, I'm doing more. I said, and that's what it takes to have that kind of success. It's just a relentless pursuit of creativity.
When I was studying, my mom and dad told me, study, 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 study. I studied really hard. But then, when I wanted to study further, my parents could not afford it. I had no dream, no future, nothing. I ate one meal a day for at least 2 months. I worked odd jobs and I'm here today. So you will fail. It is hard, but you should persist. And that's what I did. Dream whatever you want and you will achieve it. If I was able to do it, you can.